think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing.
You couldn't imagine a nicer place to live.
I wish I was home, I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Hi, guys.
Hey.
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
I've been watching the show and I'm so scared. And I think that I'm more scared because it's so close to reality and we know that all of this happened and our audience is the Latino audience. So it also happened to us. So we watched the show. I think that we're going to watch the show differently because we have also experienced the racism and the injustices. Deborah, what message would you like us to take away from it?
My hope is that anyone who can see themselves, even in the smallest way, in any one of the Emorys, my hope is that they feel seen, is that they feel heard, is that they feel believed. My hope is that people look inward and really examine their own biases and how they treat people whom they might consider to be them or other. And I hope that it sparks some much needed, much overdue conversations.
This home is ours.
And if I'm not wrong, you both are British. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, I was born in London, grew up some there, and then grew up in the States. So I have a bit of both going on.
Yeah, I'm British. My family are from the Caribbean. They're from Jamaica and Dominica. I'm a second-generation immigrant. My grandparents came to the UK during the Windrush era.
How is it for you guys to tell such a part of American history, having lived in Britain and other in the Caribbean countries, in the Caribbean islands? How is it for you to tell this part of American history? For
me, it's when I'm approaching a character, I think the first thing that I do for any character that I play, but especially with this one, I had to strip away my ego. That was the first thing that I done. So what I had to understand was that, you know, I'm a black man. I've had the Black British experience, which is a unique experience, but then I also had to respect that the Black American experience is also a unique experience. So once I've made that understanding, I had to speak to my cousins who are African American, my close friends who are African American, and they helped bridge the gap in my lack of understanding. And that's how I was able to play the character. And then I met a man who, I was so lucky to have someone live in my building that, you know, was very forthcoming and kind, and he shared his experiences with me. He grew up in Texas under Jim Crow, and he moved to Chicago, and he would tell me about his life and how he reacted to situations, and that helped to inform Henry's decisions as a character. So, yeah. Yeah,
for me, I've been blessed to kind of experience life as a Black woman from different vantage points, you know, being British, being American, being Nigerian. And for me, it just showed me how unique our experiences are, but also how similar they are. And it also showed me how it all feels the same, how the racism and the prejudice happens everywhere, and it all hits in the same spot. And so for me, it was just, I really was able to call upon those experiences and kind of use it to inform you know, my portrayal of Lucky. There.
And finally, what would your message be for anyone who doesn't feel welcome, who doesn't feel that they belong either be individually or as a group? What can we do? What can we change?
What can we do? I think that's something that can't be answered in a short, you know, the short answer. But my message to those people is that I see you and I understand through my experiences of being other and being them. And what we can change is just that, right? Seeing each other, just taking that extra second to see each other and see each other as human beings while respecting our differences. You know what I mean? So that is one way of many that I feel like we can contribute to the world being a better place in that respect.
I think that also it's the responsibility of everyone else to make sure that people feel included. You know what I mean? So anyone who, we need to identify, like Deborah's saying, we need to see these people, we need to identify the people that feel like that and make sure that they're included.
Thank you so much, guys. The show is amazing. I can't wait to share it with everybody.
Thank you so much.
I love your background.
Sure.